Hey, if you're an ESL or EFL teacher, then you already know that listening can be one of the absolute toughest skills to teach. So, in this explainer, we are going to break down a really practical framework to make your listening lessons way more effective for your students and, maybe a little less stressful for you too. Right? It's a question we've all asked ourselves. You see students who've got a solid grasp of grammar, a great vocabulary, but the second you press play on a listening task, they just freeze. So what's going on? Why is there such a huge gap between what they know on paper and what they can actually understand by ear?
Well, the reality is the English in our textbooks is just not the same English our students hear out in the real world. I mean, authentic speech is fast, it's messy, it's full of connected sounds and tricky intonation. It's no wonder our students are often completely shocked by how little they understand at first. Our job is to help them bridge that gap.
So, how do we help them do that? Well, the very first step is a really crucial mindset shift. We need to completely rethink the goal of our listening activities. Okay, here's the big idea, the main takeaway. Our primary goal is to help students recognize the language they already know. We're not trying to test them, and we're not trying to teach them a bunch of new vocabulary. Honestly, treating listening like a pop quiz just creates anxiety and it completely misses the point. This slide really says it all. We need to shift from a test mentality to a workout mentality. Think about it. We're not just looking for right or wrong answers. We're building our students' mental muscles for processing language as it's happening in real time. So, the crucial point is this. We're training them to become active listeners. Our real purpose is to help them recognize the language they already have when it's flying at them, to process it on the fly, and maybe, most importantly, to develop strategies for coping when they inevitably miss something. So what are the actual tools our students need in their listening toolkit? Well, it's not magic. It's a set of specific, trainable skills that we can actually build right there in the classroom. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Can our students actually hear the difference between ship and sheep? Can they pick out the individual words in a phrase like, I'm gonna go? Or can they tell from someone's tone of voice if they're being serious or sarcastic? I mean, these are the absolute basics.
And it goes way beyond just hearing the sounds. We need to teach them how to be language detectives, to guess words from context and use their own knowledge to predict what's coming next. And crucially, listening is interactive. We have to empower them to give feedback like, or I see, and to have the confidence to actually say, could you repeat that, please? Okay, so we know why listening is so hard and what skills we need to teach. But how do we actually structure a lesson to develop those skills? Well, here it is. A practical, super effective 6-step sequence that you can literally use in your classroom tomorrow. This 6-step framework is our roadmap. It takes students on a journey from a really general understanding to a much, much deeper one. And the best part? It works with any listening material you have, an audio clip, a video, or even just a story that you read aloud yourself. First up, the setup. This is where you prepare your students for success. You get them thinking about what they already know about the topic, you get them interested and curious, and you pre-teach just a couple of absolutely essential words that might otherwise block their understanding completely. Now, we get to the workout itself. The first listen is just for the gist, the main idea. That's it. Super simple. Then, after a quick chat with a partner to compare notes, they listen again, but this time they're listening for specific details. This repetition is absolutely crucial for reducing anxiety and deepening their understanding. Now, this next step, this is the secret weapon for building confidence. If you have a transcript, let them listen one final time while reading along. This is that magic moment where the jumble of sounds they heard finally connects to the words they know on the page. It's a huge aha moment for so many learners. Finally, we move beyond just comprehension. First, you get their personal reaction. Did you like it? What did you think? Then you can zoom in on the language itself, using that text as a perfect springboard to look at a useful piece of grammar, some new vocabulary, or a pronunciation feature you noticed. So why is this sequence so darn effective? It's not random, I promise. There's a powerful logic behind moving from the general to the specific. And believe me, it makes all the difference for our students. This whole sequence is built around a simple but really powerful idea. First, we focus on the message. What is the text trying to say? Then, and only then, do we focus on the form. How is that message put together? We move from meaning to mechanics, and that order is absolutely key.
One of the most common mistakes we make as teachers is just rushing through these stages, especially the while listening parts. And that can leave students feeling confused and totally left behind. So here's a powerful metaphor to help you plan for a much deeper understanding. A fantastic way to think about this is the onion metaphor. Every single listening text has layers of meaning, from the general topic on the outside to the specific little nuances right there at the core. So our first task, that just listen, is just about peeling back that first outer layer. That's it. We are not trying to get to the center of the onion all at once. With each repeated listening and each new task, you're guiding your students to peel away another layer. They move from the surface, the main idea, deeper and deeper into the text, uncovering more detail, more nuance, and more of the language with every single pass. By staging our tasks like this, peeling one layer at a time, we guide our students toward what one researcher called zero uncertainty. Basically, the goal is for them to feel completely and totally confident in their understanding of what they've just heard. So, to wrap it all up, the crucial points are these. Structure your lessons in clear stages. Give your students plenty of chances to listen multiple times. Always move from meaning to form. And above all else, please, give them the time they need to process. Listening is a complex skill, for sure, but it is absolutely a teachable one. By planning carefully and thinking in layers, we can transform listening from something that causes anxiety into a real opportunity for our students to build genuine skill and confidence. So the final question is really for you. How will this framework shape the way you design your very next listening activity?